Come here, let me tell you something. Come here, let me tell you something. You see, social media, if you're not careful, you'll waste your entire life scrolling aimlessly and not achieving anything. Because you've lost yourself. You're in the matrix, buddy. And you have no clue what is up or down. You're just scrolling away, saving, adding to favorites, new outfits, new places to visit, new dances, new foods to eat, to try, but yet still, you're never doing anything. You have become a professional scroller, right? You're helping to optimize the algorithm and you're not getting paid. But anyway, here's the truth. You open TikTok to watch one video and suddenly it's 2 hours later and you know everything about otters, Roman plumbing, the carnivore diet, and of course the 12 life hacks to make a living through hobbies. The algorithm doesn't want you to win. It wants you to watch, be engaged and enthralled, right? I clocked over 3 hours on Instagram, 2 hours on YouTube, and another 2.5 hours on TikTok. That's nearly a full day's work lost in the matrix. And it hit me. How can I be the most interesting man if I'm spending more time watching other people, right, live than living myself? I was consuming more than I was creating. And a big part of this for me is that I need to be creating because that is part of my journey. Scrolling more than I'm growing, right? Twitter fingers, right? Commenting, replies, shares more than I'm reading, writing, journaling, playing instruments. Crazy. So, as I said before, the plan for me, replace dead time with deep hobbies, and I think you should do that too. Start learning something. Learn how to draw. If it's even caricatures, some silly cartoons, just learn how to draw, learn how to do something, learn calligraphy. It doesn't matter. Practice an instrument. If not, learn an instrument or learn something about history. Learn about the Roman Empire. Learn about an African country. Learn geography, because a lot of you out there do not know what a map looks like, have no clue about the Pacific, the Atlantic, the various oceans out there, have no clue how to read a map. North, south, east and west, simple things like that. Learn stuff like that. The weekly deep dives into random topics, as I said before, just to learn other things, to become more rounded. And also, it could come in handy in certain situations. You could impress that girl that you like, or ladies, you could impress that man that you like when you are able to talk about split sets in the gym, talk about, branch chain, amino acids, talk about creatine intake. So just learn other things, and it helps you as well, ladies. It helps you with your gym workout, with your fitness journey as well. It helps. For me, it really isn't about, just overall like a complete cut to screen time, but it's transitioning from doom scrolling to now owning it and going to look for topics that can elevate your mindset, elevate who you are as a person. Add an added layer of complexity as to who you are. Every scroll I skip now becomes a story I'll get to tell later. That's the trade-off for me that I'm making, and that's how I will build depth. The scroll is seductive. It makes you feel busy while you're doing nothing. And trust me, I was doing a whole lot of nothing. There's this moment when you realize you're watching strangers do backflips while your own goals collect dust. That was me last week, and the week before that, last year, and the year before that. And it goes on and on and on. That's been me. So for me, the screen time report hit me like a slap over 6 hours a day. That's 42 hours a week. That's literally a job that I'm not getting paid for. And that's literally my personal time that I'm wasting when I could be using it to grow. Grow as a human being, grow as an individual, and even use that time as well to redirect it and redeploy it to grow professionally. But for what? More distraction, more empty dopamine highs and lows. Yeah, crazy. So for me, I'm taking back those hours. And I'm taking it back hard. Picking up various activities, picking up various hobbies, to be able to grow, to meet new people, to develop, and of course, just to be able to do other things that really nourish me, nourish my soul as well. Um, and yeah, for me, each of these things will build who I am. It will give me more tenacity, which is also help me to build that key, or to interweave that key component in life, which is self-discipline, which is consistency, which is looking in the mirror and ensuring that I am doing what I say I am doing, and I'm holding myself accountable. Can I tell you that last night, yesterday, didn't really do that much workout, and for me, I went to bed early, but I ended up waking up back like 11:30, and I sat down there in the darkness for a little bit, and I was just like, I really should have worked out today. And I was just like, then I looked over and I saw my trusty bike hooked up on the trainer, and I was like, you know what, fuck this, let me get some hours in, not hours, minutes. I did about 42 minutes on the bike, and I will drop the Garmin I'll drop the receipts basically, because also this is about accountability, and if I said I do it, I must can show some proof that I'm gonna do it. So less scrolling, more becoming, because I don't want to just be seen, I want to be interesting. And remember guys, we are on a mission to implement high value hobbies. Can be a song. I probably need to like copyright that. High value hobbies. But yeah, hobbies that really push the boundary. Hobbies that, allow us to evolve, to grow, to become better. Just even talking about this is really exciting for me, because it was like an aha moment. I rarely ever checked my screen time report, and since I've started this journey, I'm just becoming more cognizant and aware of things. It's kind of crazy just to check it and to realize what? I've been wasting so much time just scrolling randomly. Nah, man, absolutely not. I should be putting that time into doing these videos, putting that time into learning DaVinci, because that thing is kicking my ass. Anybody out there that's a DaVinci Pro, just tap in. I don't know, let me know some tricks, let me know how you learned it, where I can go, what I can do. I went into Udemy to learn and paid for a course. It was like $25, but it's so boring to me, and it just seems very disjointed, what it is I want to do, what they're trying to teach me. But probably I should just relax and go through the basics. We don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, they say repeatedly what you do, and lately I've been doing a lot of mindless scrolling. Let me come somewhere in the frame. Yeah, just doing boring shit. It might seem interesting in the moment, but honestly, at the end of the day, when you're through, your eyes hurt you, your eyes are dry, and you're just like, what the fuck did I get out of that? So, just doing all this mindless scrolling, really, what does that make me? Boring. When I go out and meet people, what can I say? Oh yeah, yesterday I spent 10 hours scrolling through social media, just seeing everybody live life while I'm just here. Nah, absolutely not. But here's the twist. That's really not who I am. That's just what I've been programmed to do. Yeah, I am great, and I am here to be great. And now it's time for me to deprogram and reprogram. You see, I kind of use those together. Yeah, I don't know, I'm on something today. I did the math. If I waste 3 hours a day scrolling, that's 21 hours a week. That's over 1,000 hours a year. Can you believe that? Over 1,000 hours a year wasted. And if you guys have ever read that book, Outliers, it's about the 10,000 rule. So imagine what you can achieve if you reinvested not even the full 1,000 hours, but reinvested anywhere from 60 to 80% of that. Learning a new language, learning a new skill, just doing something, doing shit that's great, doing shit that adds value to you, because you never know. That's enough time really to learn things, to be different, to be mysterious, to even, start that side hustle that you've always wanted to do. Move from researching or mindless scrolling to actually doing. That's really what the gist of this video is, how can we move from thinking about it to doing it? And it starts with where we put our attention. It starts with what we invest our time into. And if we invest our time into making the algorithm great, we're not going to be great. But if we invest our time into making ourselves great, then lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be fucking great. Yeah, so just to kind of wrap this up, remember, in the morning, no phone for an hour. At night, no phone for an hour before you go to bed. Focus on something else. Read some books, journal. Just sit there and just take things in. Let your mind wander, but not wander in terms of being overly anxious, overly excited, where it's a bad thing. But just let your mind wander. Think about things. Think about what ifs. Think about how you'll be different in a year's time after investing this 1,000 hours in the throughout the day, reading for 30 minutes. Read something. The news, how the stock market works. Read upon the local politicians in the area. Read upon stuff that interests you. Also, read upon stuff that probably that you realize, like when you've been scrolling and people put stuff on social media for rage bait. Read upon those things that really catch you, that kind of pull and tug on your emotions, and read upon it so you're able to decipher the truth from persons who are just putting stuff out there for clicks, right? None of us are perfect. None of us are fully polished. We are not the completed job. We are the work in progress. We are the canvas that the artist is painting on, where they're making the mistakes, they're starting over, they're brushing over things, they're making things better, where the sculptor is molding us. And so therefore, we just need to embrace this process and really invest in ourselves. Oh, look at my leg. I think I need some lotion. It looks very white. God. Anyway, for me, I really want to be someone with depth, substance, and presence. And it starts by changing how I really spend my time. You are what you focus on. Just like how people say, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Show me what you spend your time doing and I'll show you the type of person that you also are, the type of person, the way that you think, all of that stuff. And for me, I'm changing how I spend my time so I can reinvest it into becoming a better me. Yeah? So here is to less scrolling, more becoming, and embracing high value habits. I'm out.